So it's going to be the juniors that we send out into these now changeable conditions. There is Jonathan Yellalamy, who lines up on pole position. Lucas Andersson then is with him at the front of this grid. The second row is Lauri Halonen, and alongside is Hampus Hagström. And the third row has number 195, you can see in the background of Oliver Solli, and the blue car, number 30, that of the championship leader, Mikael Uitto. The ready-to-race symbol will be on in a moment. We've had 3 wins to Uitto and 1 to Halonen. It's blast off, and a good start by Halonen, and a good start by Uitto in the blue car on the outside line. Halonen tries to get the ground on the inside. It's going to be Yellalamy that leads, and here comes Uitto. 6th, 5th, 4th into the first corner, and he might get another place on exit because he looks for the outside line, can't do it. Sends it up the inside, down to turn 3. There's just about room. He brakes late, he gets sideways. It doesn't quite work, but he hangs onto a slide.
How late can you brake going in there, backing the car in, just avoids contact. What wonderful car control. Up front though, Yellalamy got the start he absolutely wanted. He's been great today so far. This is all about trying to execute a brilliant first couple of laps to try and extend your advantage.
So earlier on in the day, they had to think about a good time, and they had to think about where they were going to be ready to get into the semi-finals. Then they had to think about being in the top 2 to get into the final. Now it is about this race and nothing else. This is the one that is going to count for points within the championship of any significance, and they all want to win it. And it is Jonathan Yellalamy that leads at the end of lap 1 from Lauri Halonen in 2nd place. And there, 4th is Mikael Uitto. We've only had one that has gone joker, and it was Oliver Solli on that first lap. He gets out of the traffic. Interesting that so few of the others have done so.
I love that shot through the final corner where you're looking directly into the windscreen of these little machines as Andersson's having a look at the inside of Halonen. Halonen jumping on the brakes. Look at the suspension compressing as he turns in to that long left-hander under big pressure. Uitto is so smooth with the inputs. I wonder if he's struggling for power because he's great on the brakes and through the corners, but he's just losing out a bit on the exits, isn't he? Halonen is under massive pressure from Andersson. Oh, Andersson makes the last minute.
The wall. Late decision not to joker, and he's collected the tyre stack.
Disaster. Oh, I've done that myself, and it's the most frustrating thing, making that last minute decision. Of course, he was trying to mix up the strategy. Halonen's in the joker and has dropped down to 3rd on track, but what a shame.
Well, it's purely down to the driver there, isn't it? He decided at the last moment not to do it, and he misjudged where the car was on the road relative to that tyre barrier. So Jonathan Yellalamy leads. Up in a second now is Mikael Uitto. What can he do to bring down that gap? 3rd is Hampus Hagström. 4th is Lauri Halonen. Well, he did go joker. He stayed ahead of Oliver Solli, and Lucas Andersson in the tyre barrier out of the race.
Halonen might have handed Uitto a podium here by joking at that point. If he gets stuck in traffic behind Hagström, it depends when Hagström jokers, because Halonen's not on the rear of him yet. Andersson's car is still there in the tyres. I'm gutted for Lucas because that was the sort of mistake you definitely don't want to be making, wasn't it? But I admire the fact that he wanted to mix up the strategy. He wasn't content with just following Halonen in. Uitto's in the joker.
Right, there's Uitto. He's going to stay ahead of Halonen, is he? Yes, he is! Comes off the corner ahead. Halonen tries to get the dive on the inside. No, not enough of a gap there. So now, with his elbows out, Mikael Uitto is fending him off, but he doesn't look as quick, does he? You were right earlier on about the relative lack of power. OK, he's got the place, and he's defending well, but he's not really sprinting away. Halonen is being held up by Uitto, and he's going to have to work hard to get past him.
It's hard to work out which of the trackside microphones we can hear at any one time, but it does sound a little bit flat to me as well. I wonder if they are carrying an engine issue, but he's so good at placing the car in the right place at the right time.
If he brakes late for the hairpin, does he go a little bit wide? No, nails the apex nicely enough. So these two, they both jokered then as they come now up towards a yellow flag zone. That's where the car of Andersson still is. Now, the race leader, Jonathan Yellalamy, is still clear of Mikael Uitto, but Yellalamy has yet to serve that joker as he comes now over the line. That puts 4 laps in the book. Joker lap is about 3 seconds, and he's 4.8 to the good. So right now, Yellalamy is looking as though it is going to be a race win for him. And now, look, Halonen has dropped back a little bit.
Yeah, Halonen didn't look like he had the pace early on, did he? Uitto now pulling away. This has been a stunning fight back from Uitto. Halonen, good damage limitation as well. Like you say, there's some raindrops on the camera lens. Doesn't look to be affecting the track, and he has lost some ground, Halonen.
He has indeed, and Jonathan Yellalamy then looks as though this is going to be his victory. enters that yellow flag zone once more. And so Yulilami, who is 5th in the championship, is going to be a race winner, seemingly. He jokers on the last lap. Checkered flag is being made ready. He was 4.8 seconds ahead. There in the background is the blue car of Mikhail Uito, but it's not going to get close enough. From pole to the win, Jonathan Yulilami wins the Crosscar Junior final. That was some drive. Second across the line is Mikhail Uito, and third goes to Lauri Halonen. Hampus Hagström takes 4th ahead of Oliver Solli. The one we lost, of course, was Lucas Anderson, but that was a really, really impressive drive, and Jonathan Yulilami made most of the work done off the line, got the lead, and everybody else squabbled behind him.
Yep, what a drive. I'm pretty sure that is a first victory for the youngster in this category as well, and what a way to do it. Dominated from the front, wasn't gifted a thing. Uito has such amazing car control, doesn't he? Backing it in to that tight left-hander, and this is where it went wrong for Lucas Anderson. He hit the barrier pretty hard, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was never going to get out of that situation once he turned to the right. Great car positioning again from Uito to cover Halonen off on the outside. I'm interested to go and speak to both of them later on and see if they were indeed carrying an issue. But none of that affected Yulilami. What a performance.
A fantastic drive, 2.2 seconds clear in the end. Third different winner out of the 5 rounds that we have had. And there is Jonathan Yulilami making his way then off the circuit and into the paddock. He wins from Mikhail Uito in 2nd place. Let's just confirm that result. Jonathan Yulilami takes honours then from Mikhail Uito and Lauri Halonen in 3rd spot. So there, the 3 drivers now to have won a final this year lock out the podium. Hampus Hagström takes 4th from Oliver Solli, and the retirement with the damage, Lucas Anderson, who will be absolutely furious with himself. That late call not to joker, misjudged where he was in relation to the tyres, and bang, big contact putting him out of the race.